Captain America, the first Avenger. I watched it again and again and again and again and again. I will watch that movie over and over because I love the Avengers. I do really love, I don't know if it's like the capturing of that moment when I was a 22-year-old or 21 when this movie came out, I believe. But when Avengers was dropping in the theater and I was just so excited for this Hollywood moment where they were making these movies and all these characters are coming together, and this movie was the last one, the one that we needed to put it all together to be like, hey, this is the first one, guys. This is the first Avenger, and he's gonna be in the Avengers. Do you get it? Do you get why he's the first Avenger? Because they were trying to make sure we knew that that movie was coming later. Oh, God, I loved it. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was also so young and full of just dumb. I was just full of dumb. And God, what a night. Okay, moving on. We love Captain America. Not because he's American, but because he stands for the things that America should stand for, right? I mean, if he was around right now, you don't think he'd be agreeing with this administration, would he? I don't think so. I don't think so either. But, jeez. Don't turn on me, computer. Don't turn on me, TV. Don't turn on me, fans. I know I haven't even talked about this movie at all. I've just kind of been rambling because that's what these are. These are rants. Oh my God, my eyebrows. I don't really look at myself before I start these. I just kind of start, and then halfway through, I'm like, oh, maybe I should go and adjust myself. They cast Captain America correctly. Chris Evans killed it. He killed it. Peggy Carter. What a great character. Tommy Lee Jones in that movie. Stanley Tucci's in that movie. They kill it. Wow. And, you know, it's one of those where the first time I saw it, I was like, is this good? And the second time I watched it, I was like, wait, this is good. And the third time I watched it, I was like, that 10-minute sequence in the middle where he's on stage is so necessary to set up why this is like a crazy character in this world. Like, they had a superhero, and instead of sending him into the army, they're like, no, go sell war bonds. Because they didn't understand what they had. He had to go and prove it himself by saving Bucky's squad, his whole troop, his whole squad, whatever they're called. The Crazy 88. That's not what they are. But once that happens, that whole montage of him going around fighting with his crew that he set up is one of the coolest sequences. There's so many, like, comic book cover moments in that montage that I wish more movies would do that nowadays. And I know montages are looked down upon. I know people hate montages, but that's a great montage. That's a cool montage. I also love the moment when he flips up, like, after he's already been kissed by that girl, which is, I hate that part, because it's like, come on, I love Peggy and his relationship so much. And then, like, she gets all mad at him, but then he has a picture of Peggy in his watch. Wake up, Skylar. He has a picture of Peggy in his watch, and she sees it on the movie reel, and she's like, Tommy Lee Jones is like, that's what that's my impression of Tommy Lee Jones. And I also love the skinny effect. The skinny effect of him, I feel like no one's done it as well since then. Or, I mean, maybe they just don't try it because Captain America, everyone would just be comparing it to Captain America. And, like, the part where they're like, well, you're not going to pick him. And they're like, the Stanley Tucci's like, oh, yes, I am going to pick him. That's my best German. And Tommy Lee Jones takes the grenade and tosses it because he's like, it takes guts, it takes courage, and everyone runs except for Steve Rogers. He jumps on it, and he's like, get away. And he's like, is this a test? And it's like, yeah, he's a good guy, and he's smart, and he's he doesn't like bullies. Like, it's like he's all around a good guy. He's just tiny and asthmatic and like just he's got problems. And to make this guy turn into Captain America, it's beautiful. And I love when Peggy goes up and touches his little peck. She's like, "Ooh, God, this guy, I liked him, but now I'm like, ooh, boner alert." Yeah, Peggy boner alert. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, girls, you know what I'm talking about. When he comes out with that shirt off, it's like, whoa, whoa, woo. And then let's get Red Skull. Whew. Red Skull is underused. I definitely think he should have been in the movie more. Or like more fight scenes with him. I wish that he hadn't have died or not died. But, I will say the one thing that I remember talking about with my friends on the way to the movie to see Infinity War was we wanted to see Red Skull. We were like, maybe they'll bring Red Skull back in this. And we're all like joking around. But when Red Skull came out in Infinity War, holy shit, did we lose our minds. We lost it. And so it was what they were hoping to do with the leader from Incredible Hulk to Brave New World, but they did it. They executed it perfectly for Infinity War. To have him trapped on that planet guarding a Soul Stone was, that was great. And so at least they explained where he showed up at one point. And now that the Soul Stone is gone, I would love for him to make it back to Earth and for somehow the Red Skull's back. And just have a different guy play him like they did for the movie. Yeah, like Red Skull doesn't need to be played by Hugo Weaving. Just get the same guy, Ross Marquaz or whatever his name is, to play him. It was great. I want Red Skull back. Do a fifth fucking Captain America movie with Red Skull. Hydra, like him trying to reestablish Hydra and Captain America like on top of it. And it's like this whole struggle, like instead of it being a secret organization that's already taken over, which is most Marvel movies, it's like him trying to establish it and Captain America on his heels the whole time or something cool like that. I don't know. All right, you hear me, Marvel? Listen to me. I'm a fan. I'd watch it. I pitched it and I'd watch it. And then the ending with him crashing into the ice and telling Peggy he's going to dance with her. The way they pay that off in the long run. Oh my God. So, I don't know. I love that. And, the him waking up in the future and running out in New York. And it's like he had already run around New York in the old, like 1940s version of New York. And now he's in the modern era. And Nick Fury walks up and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." And he's just like, "No, I had a date." Oh, great. Heart-wrenching. Loved it. I will love that for the day till the day I die. Bye, everyone. Bye, I'm done talking about it. I'm going to go cry.